Skadoosh ASMR Heavy. Hello there, it's me. Hey, it's me, your breast bird with the ASMR. Good. So hopefully this video finds you well. Hopefully you're good today. And we've got another quiz-based video for you. This time we've got quick-fire, movie-based questions. So we'll just fire them out. Hopefully you enjoy this video. Hopefully it's decent. Hopefully this video finds you well. Hopefully you're good. And hopefully you do a good job with these videos. These videos, like myself, yes, of course. But of course, I mean these questions. Hopefully you do a good job with these questions. And other than that, well, without further ado, let's get straight into it. If you've got any ideas though before, just in case, if you've got any ideas for a video, let me know. If you like these quiz videos and you've got a topic you would like me to focus on for a quiz, let me know about that too. I would happily do a quiz based on something specific that you have got an idea for. No dramas. But without further ado, I'll bring to you a little quiz in movie quiz. So sit back, relax. It's about to begin. Okay, here we go. Question 1. Which 2008 musical movie storyline is based on the hits of 70s sensation ABBA? Which 2008 musical movie storyline is based on the hits of 70s sensation ABBA? And I'll give you the answer. It is, of course, Mamma Mia. Here we go again. Mama. That's right. The answer is Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia. Not here we go again, because that might be. I think they did a sequential there. But yeah, Mamma Mia is the answer. That's the answer. The next one. What Dirty Dancing song went on to win an Academy Award? What Dirty Dancing song went on to win an Academy Award? In Dirty Dancing, there's a song featured in the film Dirty Dancing. And what is it called? And it went on to win an Academy Award. The answer is, of course, The Time of My Life, aka I've had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you. You know that one. Time of My Life is the answer. The next one. Which 1994 movie had the tagline, "Fear can hold you prisoner, hope can set you free"? So a film from 1994 had the tagline, "Fear can hold you prisoner, hope can set you free." What was that film? Tell me now. Of course, the answer is The Shawshank Redemption. Next one. James Stewart had a fear of heights in which Alfred Hitchcock movie? James Stewart had a fear of heights in which Alfred Hitchcock movie? James Stewart had a fear of heights in which Alfred Hitchcock movie? The answer is, of course, Vertigo. The answer is Vertigo. The next one. In which movie does Marlon Brando say, "I could have had class, I could have been a contender, I could have been somebody"? In which movie does Marlon Brando say, "I could have had class, I could have been a contender, I could have been somebody"? What's the answer to the question? What's the answer? The answer is, of course, On the Waterfront. On the Waterfront is the answer. Okay, you ready for the next one? Here we go. Which movie franchise sees Keanu Reeves play computer hacker Neo? So there's a movie out there with Keanu Reeves in it, and he plays a computer hacker called Neo. What's that title of that film? What's the title of that film? The answer is, of course, The Matrix. He plays Neo in the franchise The Matrix. In High School is the next one. The next one, you ready for it? Here it is. In High School Musical, what song do Gabriella and Troy sing for their callback audition? In High School Musical, what song do Gabriella and Troy sing for their callback audition? What's that song? Where they're soaring, flying. There's not a star in heaven that they can't reach. Of course, the answer is Breaking Free. The answer is Breaking Free. Which actress starred as Ali in The Notebook? So this is the next one. Which actress starred as Ali in The Notebook? In The Notebook, the character Ali is played by this person. Give me the answer. What is the answer? Tell me the answer. The answer is Rachel McAdams. Rachel McAdams is the answer. Here's the next one. You ready? Here's the next one. Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins. You know, GoatTbe. Ken Loggins, yeah, Kenny Loggins. Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins featured on the soundtrack of which 1980s action movie? Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins featured on the soundtrack of which 1980s action movie? What was that title of that film? Where he has the soundtrack, Highway to the Danger Zone. You know the song I'm on about. What's the answer? Tell me the answer. The title of that film is, of course, the answer is Top Gun. Top Gun. The answer is, of course, Top Gun. If you got Top Gun, well done. Great job. Knick Knack was a baddie in which James Bond movie? Knick Knack was a baddie in which James Bond movie? What's the answer? Tell me the answer. That's the next one. This is the current question. Knick Knack was a baddie in which James Bond movie? I need you to tell me the answer, please. And the answer is, of course, the answer is the man with the golden gun. The man with the golden gun. The man with the golden gun. Don't Let Go by En Vogue featured on the soundtrack of which 1996 movie? Don't Let Go featured, but Don't Let Go by En Vogue featured on the soundtrack of which 1996 film? Which film in 1996 featured Don't Let Go by En Vogue? Tell me the answer. What is the answer? Please, tell me the answer. The answer is, of course, Set It Off. Set It Off is the answer. That's the answer. Did you get it? Let me know. Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart starred together in which fantasy movie series? Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart starred together in which fantasy movie series? So Christian Pattinson and Robert Pattinson and Kristen Stewart, they starred together in a fantasy movie series. What is it? Tell me please. Please tell me the answer. What are we going to say for the answer? Tell me please. The answer is, of course, Twilight. If you got Twilight, you got it right, so great job, great job. Which US state is Fargo set in? There's a film called Fargo and it's set in a US state. What is that state? Please tell me please. Which US state is Fargo set in? Which US state is Fargo set in? The answer is Minnesota. Whether it's Minneapolis, Minnesota, I'm not sure. But the answer is Minnesota. Here's the next one. Who played Eve's nemesis, Margot Channing, in the 1950s movie All About Eve? Who played Eve's nemesis, Margot Channing, in the 1950 movie All About Eve? Who played that character? Margot Channing. Tell me the answer, please. The answer is Bette Davis. Bette Davis is the answer. Here's the next one. Who holds the Guinness World Record for longest career as a live-action Marvel superhero? Who holds the Guinness World Record for longest career as a live-action Marvel superhero? That's the answer, isn't it? There's a character that's played by this person, and they are the Guinness World Record holder for longest career as a live-action Marvel superhero. Tell me the answer, please. The answer is, of course, Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman is the answer. He plays Wolverine, of course. Next one is this. Next question. Which Disney movie features the song When You Wish Upon a Star? Which Disney movie features the song When You Wish Upon a Star? What's the film that When You Wish Upon a Star is featured in by Disney? The answer is, you're going to tell me please right now, and I will tell you the answer is Pinocchio. The answer is Pinocchio. So if you got Pinocchio, you got it correct. Here's the next one. Which of these movies was not directed by Alfred Hitchcock? Is it Lolita, Rebecca, or Marnie? So Alfred Hitchcock, which one of these? So he directed two of these, but not the other. Is it Lolita, Rebecca, or Marnie? Tell me the answer. You got a 1 in 3 chance, and you could get it correct, but you got to tell me the answer. And of course, the answer is Lolita. Lolita. You got Lolita. You got it correct. When was Disney's, this is the next one, when was Disney's Fantasia made? When was Disney's Fantasia made? I've only got the year here, so I'm not going to lie, I don't know if the question implies the year it was released or the year it was actually made. Because for all we know, it was made this year but released the year after, so I don't know until I tell the answer. But that's the question that I've got. When was Disney's Fantasia made? And the answer is, of course, 1940. 1940. So if it was released in 41, then that's why the answer is a year before, because it was when it was made. But if it was released in 40 as well, then no worries, no worries. Here we go, penultimate question. How have you gotten so far? Hopefully well, hopefully well. If not, here's your chance to redeem yourself with 2 wins, 2 little wins. Here's the question. Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata, and Circle of Life, that Circle of Life, are songs from which movie soundtrack? Which movie soundtrack features Hakuna Matata, means no worries, and the Circle of Life, Simba? Which one of those? That's a little clue. Which one of those? Which film has got them in the soundtrack? Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Circle of Life. Ain't no passing craze. Which one of these? Which one of those? Which film has those on the soundtrack? Which film has those on the soundtrack? Which film? Which film? Tell me the answer, please. Tell me the answer. Of course, the no worrying Circle of Life filming is the answer to this question, and that is The Lion King. Rawr. Lion King is the answer. The Lion King features Hakuna Matata and Circle of Life. The final question, here it is. Are you ready? In which Disney movie would you find the character Edna E. Mode? Edna E. Mode is a character in the Disney film, but what is the title? Please tell me. Tell me now. Please tell me. Edna E. Mode is a character in this film, and the character that Edna is a character in the film The Incredibles. So if you got The Incredibles, great job, you got it correct. You'll have to let me know what you got out of 20. That was 20 questions. You have to let me know what you got. You'll have to let me know what you got. You'll have to let me know what you got. Did you do good? Did you do bad? Either way, I'm happy that you rocked with me today. And the only thing left to say is, hopefully you did good. And the other thing to say is, have a great day, have a great day, have a great day, have a great day, because that concludes this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you did good on the little quiz. Hopefully you did good. Other than that, like I say, have a great day. Cheers. All the best. God bless. Cheers. All the best. God bless. Thanks so much for watching. I do appreciate it, for real, for real. I really do appreciate it. Other than that, have a great day. Cheers. All the best. God bless. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. Skadoosh.